The Kodak Approval NX digital color imaging system is the industry's gold standard digital halftone color proofing system. Available in both 2-page and 4-page formats and capable of either 2400 or 2540 DPI resolution, the Kodak Approval system delivers true halftone color proofing on the user's choice of substrate materials, including printing stocks, folding cartons, and poly materials. The Kodak Approval system connects and accepts digital files from all leading digital workflows. Incoming jobs specify color donors, which can include cyan, magenta, yellow, black, orange, green, blue, white, and metallic donors. Let's swap roles and load the metallic donor, which can be loaded on any vacant spot on the carousel. Release the gate and then remove the donor to be replaced. Take off the end caps and place them on the metallic donor roll to prepare it for loading. Insert the roll by properly positioning the end caps and place it into the carousel. Lock the gate in place. Rotate the carousel and repeat this procedure until the carousel is loaded with all donors required for the job. Each media roll contains an embedded Kodak Approval intelligent media chip. This chip confirms that the roll has been loaded correctly, stores lot information for donor and intermediate, tracks the number of proofs left on the roll, verifies that the correct colors are being used, and stores the donor lot number information so the original solid area density, or SAD, calibration can be recalled when a roll is reloaded. The proofing process begins by loading the intermediate. It begins wrapping around the drum, is cut to size, and then finishes placement onto the drum. Here, cyan is the first color donor imaged to the intermediate. Color laydown order is completely flexible. The carousel rotates to position the cyan roll and feeds the donor around the drum. It is cut and secured on the imaging drum. The carousel then indexes to the next color, which in this case is magenta. Each color takes about 2.5 minutes, or about 15 minutes to complete a 4-color proof. The Kodak Approval system is a high-resolution laser imaging system using 28 lasers coupled through fiber optic connections to the imaging head. The fiber optic harness runs from the laser drawer at the bottom of the approval imager to the right head at the top. The imaging head, including the lens, moves back and forth across the imaging drum. While the drum rotates, the imaging head exposes material as it moves from right to left. Drum rotation speed is adjusted based on the density required for each color separation. Once exposure is complete, the donor releases and is ejected from the back of the approval imager. This cycle is repeated for each color until the full multicolor image is built up on the intermediate material. At this point, the image is reversed on the intermediate and exits the approval imager in the front tray. Kodak Approval System's unique recipe color technology enables accurate simulation of spot, PMS, brand, or corporate colors as individual color separations with their own screening and color characteristics. Unlike other technologies which simulate spot colors through patterns of process color dots, Kodak Approval Imager renders spot colors with screened dot characteristics exactly as they would appear on press. Lamination is the next step in the proofing process. This is the Kodak Approval 800XL laminator. Using a combination of heat and pressure, the proof image is transferred from the intermediate to the user's choice of substrate. Typical substrates include printing stocks, folding carton, poly materials, metals, and plastics. To prepare the substrate material to receive the color-proof image, a pre-laminate material is laminated onto it. Pre-laminate stabilizes and prepares the surface of the substrate. Substrate and pre-laminate materials are fed together into the laminator. The joined materials emerge from the other side of the laminator into the exit bin, then are removed and returned to the front of the laminator. The next step is to remove the pre-laminate support material and set it aside for recycling. Now the intermediate proof is laminated to the prepared substrate. The intermediate is placed image side down onto the pre-laminated substrate. It feeds through the laminator and comes out the back. After cooling to the touch on the laminator table, the silver support layer is peeled away from the intermediate and discarded. The Kodak Approval proof is now complete. The proof can be viewed and used immediately or can be further prepared to yield a three-dimensional package design proof. The Kodak cutting and creasing table is used to create 3D mock-ups from flat Kodak Approval proofs, such as folding cartons. The table is computer-controlled. The image file is sent to the computer workstation to process registration marks and convey cutting and scoring instructions. The proof is aligned face-up to the appropriate X and Y coordinates on the tabletop. Vacuum holds the proof in place. The creasing wheel under the head on the right makes the first pass, followed by the cutting knife on the left. The finished package design flat is removed from the table, folded, and joined to yield the completed 3D design. The result is a package design mock-up with appearance identical to the final product on the store shelf. It is all made possible by the Kodak Approval NX digital color imaging system. We have seen all the components in action: Approval Host Workstation, Digital Color Imager, Laminator, and the cutting and creasing table. The Kodak Approval system remains the world's leading digital halftone color proofing system.